A lot of our work is, it meets a specific custom need for a specific client, and so what we found with these companies that have kind of spun off is that we produced a technological solution for a specific company, specific organization, and we found a broader use for that. Mm-hmm. And so with that, the first one you mentioned is a prescription company. It's a family of 5 or 6 pharmacies in the Southeast United States. And they were having issues when they're heavily regulated with the FDA, and
right.
So when the FDA comes and says, how much of this drug do you have on inventory, and where did the delta between what you had last month, where did it all go?
Right.
They have to be able to provide a detailed report over where all of those pills went, and or face heavy fines,
Sure.
Risk being shut down by government regulation. And so what we found when the FDA would come in and request an audit like that, it was taking an employee 3 days to track that. And if you do the math behind what you're paying somebody to do that
mm-hmm.
For 3 days, however often they come in, every month, every quarter, whatever, the cost of doing so, of manpower alone, was huge. And so we digitized that entire process, the audit and inventory system, such that they could produce a real-time report. Here's where everything went, and here are the patients that the drugs went to. And so from a cost alone, it paid for itself the first quarter. But what we saw was an opportunity to take that to a broader community, because they're not the only pharmacy organization in the U.S. So they're a member of an association that we're partnering with them to take to a wider community. And so there's a lot of potential there. It's still kind of young in its infancy, but we're looking forward to seeing good things.
What about quantum lead solutions? So that's into the insurance industry? What do you?
It is. So yes. We saw an opportunity to help small insurance agencies get leads. They were because their people, their agents were cold calling, and that was the number one recipe for success. But they're most effective when they're in front of a client,
right.
Getting them to sign on the dotted line. So we thought, what if we had a call center that was generating interest? We could get data of people that hit a certain criteria. Are they new family? Are they approaching senior citizenship? And get people who were actually interested, qualified leads that we'd sell to those insurance agents, and get them in front of people who are actually interested in speaking to them. Save them time from cold calls, knocking on the doors that they hate doing anyway, and get them in front of people who are ready to hear more information on their product.